Howdy! Fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. What are my eyebrows doing? I don't know. I have to tell you, the other day, no, I'm not about to make a YouTuber apology. The other day I was watching DC and Erin, and DC said something that really. She said that Erin has the most iconic introduction in Anti-MLM. And I was really sad. I was like, well, damn, I wasn't upset. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to up my game, get more exciting with the intro so I can get the adoration of DC, who I don't need because she already does it. Anyway, I'm eating Guinness pie. I made it. I made Guinness pie. So good. Made it in a slow cooker. I bought a new slow cooker because we've got the equivalent to Kmart in your big old city, big old country, America, is Target. Strangely enough, our Target here, kind of fancy, because we have Target. Target's kind of fancy, more expensive. Kmart, cheap, you know? Still some good stuff, not as fancy. Do most of my wardrobe come from there? Hell yeah, they do. Anyway, guess what time it is? It's convention time, baby. A boo boo. I think, I'm sorry if I'm calling you a baby. Like that. What time is it? I don't know if I'm going to get this all filmed tonight. Probably not. Feeling okay. Hopefully the sound's going to work. Yeah, so it's convention time, and so I've got a sign. Convention wasn't that good. You're just hungry and tired. Eat real food and sleep. True. So I was aware. Was Beachbody? I know Paparazzi had one. I know Lime Life had one. I know Optavia had one. Inagic, because that's where Kylie was. How you going, Kylie? I got a live from Facebook, which I'm going to do later in the week. Anyway, with her husband, with her partner, Kyle, who makes all the big decisions in her life. Good for her. Yeah, so it's convention time, so we're probably going to look at some convention stuff roasting on Sunday. But me, myself, and I'm going to be looking at a little bit of a pre-convention kickoff from Optavia, and we're going to be looking. Oh, I can't stand this guy, Harold. Oh no, I swear yet, Tish. Harold something back. His wife was pregnant. He was like, yeah, we had sex, and she's having a baby. Great, great. So good. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. She did a speech. I think they did a speech together, sorry. And I've got a Facebook post to look at. It's a bit depressing, I've got to admit. Shading's starting to come up good on my tattoo. You can see it's actually I like it. Okay. So this is Samantha Jane Preston back. Huh? Okay, friends. Harold and I will have the honor of speaking together at Optavia's National Convention this year. Is that what it's called? National Convention? I must admit there was a part of me that sunk immediately when the invitation hit my inbox. I was elated, but also I'm 3 months postpartum. Now let's just stop there for a moment, shall we? What's the problem with being 3 months postpartum? You might be able to leave your baby. Or anything else. I'm trying to think of any other problem other than the reason that she's upset, which is she's carrying more weight than she would like to. That's what she means. And she's just saying, I'm postpartum. I think she's got like 6 or 7 children. You just pushed a baby out your hoo-ha. It's okay if you're a bit overweight on the stage at the Optavia convention, okay? And anyone who makes you feel less than for that is a jerk. Like, absolutely. I know it shouldn't be the first thing that cross my mind. True, but I am a woman. I don't think that's got so much to do with it. I think you're in an MLM that values looks and weight as what you merit. Like you don't have merit if you're not thin. It's got nothing to do with being a woman. That's just disgusting. I had a look at her comments as well. They were pretty uninteresting, just picking the outfit that she wanted. Could it be a curiosity post? Probably, maybe. She's pretty high up though. So I don't think this is a recruiting. I want to look nice, professional and powerful while not trying to hide the fact that I'm newly postpartum either. Okay, if you don't want to hide the fact that you're postpartum, why mention that? It seems very pointed at the weight, but also feeling like I'm not drawing attention to those parts of my body either. So you don't want to hide that you're newly postpartum, but you do want to not draw attention to the parts of you that indicate that you're postpartum. Someone called Jessie Lee. We have a contradiction in one sentence. How ridiculous. You pushed a baby out your hoo-ha. Everybody else can shut the fuck up. I've never been very good at dressing my postpartum body. Dot, dot, dot. Why not? What do you mean? I don't know if you know this or not. Sarah, I can't remember her name. But how people wear clothes. I know. Okay, there's clothes for people who are over. I don't know what the sizing is. Size 2 in America. I don't know. I don't know what size she is. But yeah, plus size clothing exists, which doesn't matter because she's not plus size anyway. This is maybe size 14, maybe less. The thing is, this is her talking about her body, sort of like saying, I look like shit. What's the thing that makes me look the least like shit? When I'm 100% sure there are other people in her company who are postpartum and 200 pounds heavier than they'd like to be. Yeah. Anyway, I think I know my two favourites, but I would love to see your opinion, A, B, or C. And if you have something totally different you think would be great, I am open to the next day shipping. Just has to have easy access for breastfeeding. Interesting. It's okay if that's your priority. The easy, like being postpartum. What you're wearing, probably the most important audience to consider when you're doing life at the moment with postpartum baby is whatever suits taking care of your baby if you are taking care of them. If your husband takes care, that's good too. You don't have to, you could probably dress up if he was taking care of the baby. He kind of strikes me as the, yeah, I'm babysitting the kids on the weekend. Anyway, Optavia postpartum people, please don't take this to heart. Your body just did an amazing thing. Don't worry about what she's talking about. All right. I also saw some Doug. Also, can I just say, whoever is saying to Doug that he needs to wear pants that expose his ankles, I will be nominating you for a crime against humanity. I don't want to see that anymore. No more capris. Hashtag no capris for Doug. All right. Thank you. This is what Doug said at conference. This is such disordered thinking. My God, I'm going to have a bite of my Guinness pie. I'll show you. Ooh. And look, the bowl is big, right? But it's only the bottom is so filling. Love a winter Guinness pie. I did make some like last week, but the filling was really dry. Okay. Doug's going back to basics, you guys. 8 months ago, we needed to revisit our first why again. The why wasn't a why for because you were fat and you didn't want to be fat and um your business. You didn't want to sell furniture anymore. That's what I thought anyway. First why again and become a product of the product. Oh man, I'm hearing that a lot lately. Again, that's what we have been working hard doing. When one pursuit pursues health, or for us now, ultra health, they usually find that many of their other problems go away also. Oh, really? You can't. You can't exercise away your trauma, Doug. Really sorry, but you can't. So his big statement here. This year's Super Bowl party was a bring your own bar and lean and green. Weddings meant eating before we went and sneaking a bar in our pocket. Travel now, even this week, is a suitcase just for our blender, protein powders, EAAs, Optavia fuelings, and hydration. Because he said, I can't remember where I heard him say, we buy the fuelings, but we don't eat them anymore. Maybe he was keynoting somewhere because I remember him walking around in the crowd. Obviously, they're back on the fuelings. How the fuck did you train for a muscle hard bod competition on protein powder and fuelings, Optavia fuelings? That workout math is not mathin', friend. The Super Bowl party was a bring your own bar and lean and green meal. I'm so like you don't have to live this way, Optavia people. You can actually go to a Super Bowl party and eat the chips and dip in moderation. Save you a whole lot of money as well. It's unhealthy. And then eating before a wedding. Why don't you tell the bride and groom because they're going to get charged for that meal? And that would be really nice of you to say that you're not going to eat to save them some money, right? That's okay. I can understand that. Maybe picky eater or whatever. Why are you sneaking a bar? Why would you need to do that? Is it because you don't, it's kind of weird not to eat at a wedding? Yeah? Yeah, sneak your little bar in? Yeah? And traveling now, even this week, in our is a suitcase just for our blender. God help them. Although, if I were God, I'll be pretty pissed off at him, really. From millionaire to church boy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, interesting things that happened over convention, and I had a little chat to Alison about it. So Alison is a mid-sized blondie / unlikely pastor's wife who used to be in Optavia, used to know these people. So she was definitely keeping an eye on the stories, and I just think that it's amazing to have her in the anti-MLM camp. Um, and I hope she knows that she's doing awesome work just by speaking out, and that gives power to other people. So the real guns. Alison's got the real guns, not this guy. Yeah, so Alison was talking about how it was all pretty fake and, like everybody's saying how good it is, but we know the truth. We know the truth. So one of the things I noticed, now Michelle Bomber, I haven't talked about her on my channel. So had a bit of a run-in with her and the Clown Town on the Clown Town's post, and we were having a delightful conversation about Barbie because she had commented on Clown Town's post about what did she say? She said something like, "Yeah, nice work. Too bad it's not true," or something. And so I wrote 2 responses. Clowntown wrote a response. Then Clowntown did a live where they looked at her health form that she makes you fill out, which is definitely not something that a health coach from Optavia should be handing out because it was very personal. Michelle, you're not a coach. Anyway, Michelle put up a post about how we won't do injections. No way. There's no drug that can equal what we've got with the 5-in-1. And then she had Dr. A, one of the founders of Optavia / Medifast. I'm just going to eat this because I would like to eat it quickly. This is so good. Crispy top, so good, so good. Optavia people, if you're here, how many cows? I think that'd be more than 500. It's not a big serve. So Dr. A also was talking about the injection, and I had a snarky story, something like, "Hey, has someone missed an email? Because here's this page where you said you were going to do the injection." But Alison also said she went to press on the link for the telehealth company, and it's gone. So I don't think they're doing the injection anymore, which is really interesting. I wonder when they decided that. So the other thing they announced was this EAA, whatever was up on dogs. Yeah, so Michelle was saying that. So the EAAs, that's a new thing. So there's some new stuff that's coming out. So, oh yeah, it's active. For the first time in 40 years, Optavia is dropping a brand new line, Optavia Active. We are so excited. Today is the day. Available to all Optavia coaches. Order today. If you're interested and not a coach, join our waitlist. Link in comments. See. That just doesn't tell you anything. What's active? What is it? It's a product. It's a line. A line of what? And tell me that the distributors are not the customer because that's who's getting it first. Weird. And then when you go to when you press the link, this is where it takes you to. Help us. All right, let's see what Harold's doing. Nice hat to get. Yeah, and I swap over to this.
Oh, there you go. Well, I had it streaming, so I'm halfway there.
Yeah, I need that to put on my page.
I sure am glad there are people who upload things to Vimeo. Vimeo is a bit of an Optavia goldmine, I must say.
Sorry about that. So you've also been using EAAs.
Oh, good. EAAs, that's right. We'll see what it stands. Amino acid? Is it? I think it might be amino acids. I called her Sarah before. Wasn't far off, Samantha. Gonna work me.
So before we pivot to what the topics were, I mean, how are you? What do you feel about them?
No, we've talked on it a couple of times over the last month or so, just on some random calls that I've done with my team. And I've got both the strawberry lemonade. I think that was my favorite, by the way. I went through that one pretty quick, actually, because I'm doing 2 scoops a day. But ever since this line came out, I did want to step up my fitness level a little bit. So I've been swimming like 3,000 yards 5 days a week. And usually right after that swim, I'll go shower off, get the chlorine out of me, and then go hit the gym and do a quick lift. Nothing crazy. I ain't doing like a Josh Hicks, 600-pound squat or.
How realistic is that for people to do like a swim and then go to do squatting? Who's got the time for this? I wonder if that's him speaking behind him there. Don't know who this is. First time seeing him, but we'll see, hey? Doesn't look like he's morbidly, like he's like really overweight, the key demographic for this. So interesting.
Deadlift type stuff, but I'm getting a workout in, man. I'm pumping some iron, and then I'll come home and I'll go for like a 3 or 4 mile run. So I'm getting at least 2 scoops a day. But I love them, man. I'm not a big fan of the mango. I don't want to say I'm not a big fan. I'm just saying the strawberry lemonade's definitely my jam. So I'll probably get 2 bags of that rather than the mango one. Or maybe I just started 2 days ago and
I just don't really like how he said it wasn't his jam. It was a bit ick.
I'm so used to drinking the strawberry lemonade that I'm just, committed to that one. But no, I'm excited, man. I think I mentioned it on one of the calls previously is, you essentially lined me up for what would have been called 5.5 years ago, Optavia Active, and so I was doing a scoop or 2 of aminos. I brought in like a boiled egg or 2 per day, made sure I ate my optional snack every day. I didn't go work out the way I just described, by the way. It was probably a third of that, more like just swimming. But yeah, man, I'm excited. And I'm not sore. It's getting me, I'm able to get through my workout.
Johnny, are you excited? Because I'm not buying it, bro. What the hell is happening? I have no idea. I have no context. This was just on Vimeo. God damn. Like, I know what it is, right? When we sit down, we watch, we react, but I'm still just like, why is this all so full of shit? Oh damn.
No problem. And then I'm recovering a lot quicker.
Yeah, well, I echo everything you said, but I'm with Heidi. I like the mango.
Yeah, me too, Harold. So mango, I like better. But what I did, Johnny, so I didn't get too stuck.
Where'd this fucking guy come from? What? Oh, are you a coach? Mike? Coach Mike? Okay, now. Do you want your menthol cigarettes and a Diet Coke and Bacardi? Oh, it was just funny.
On one, I opened both of them and alternated them one day, the next day, the other one. And so,
Great.
But what I did today, I was down.
Great. You've got 2 flavors and you, one day you take one flavor and on the next day you take the other flavor. That's some real interesting shit right there.
Coaching football at Tulane is I put a half a scoop of the lemonade and then a half a scoop of the orange mango in it and mix that up. And to your point, I would agree with you 100%.
What? These wild and wacky dudes. Let it on the edge.
I've gone up 15, 20% of my weights. Because Harold, you and I were talking a month ago, I wanted to put on like 5 pounds of muscle. So I got to increase my resistance. And I'm not getting as sore as I would have 6 months or a year ago when I did it. So the muscle recovery thing, as Johnny just said, is quite obvious that you're going to recover faster. Which, what do your clients complain about when they start resisting? I'm sore all the time. So it's going to help kind of counteract that feeling they have. And not for nothing, it's going to get them to hydrate more too because the bottle's so damn big. So
yeah, I was going to say, because to that point, I think a lot of you are going to like to fill up like 25, 30 ounces. Because if you just do about 10 or 12, it's going to be a little kick to you. So you can literally, this is like 28 ounces. And it literally, I fill it to the top with 1 scoop and sip on it. And it's mild. But you can adjust it for how you want.
We love them. Glory's doing them too. So I do it consistently twice a day, right when I get up with my first meal, fueling. And then I sip it during my workout and finish it within 30 minutes as prescribed of my workout. But I think they're great. And I think it's a game changer for us to be available to more people where we're just not a weight loss company.
Yep.
And we're going to be help our current clients advance to ultra fitness. And we're going to be able to support people that only want to lose 5 or 10 pounds, but their habits are garbage.
Really, we're saying ultra fitness with ultra health. These people have no qualifications whatsoever. It doesn't matter how many times you work out in a gym. If you're not a personal trainer, you shouldn't be telling anybody. Certified. Don't be telling people what to do. And if you think you're going to attract fit people, you're dreaming. You're dreaming. No way. 'Cause they can recognize that this is a starvation diet. Yeah.
And they need to get instruction and get support. And I'm very excited about it. Excited about the app, excited about the whey protein, excited about us going to Mexico in 2024 or whenever they launch the Spanish South American international expansion. Just all good things coming.
Yeah, 100%. It's like a whole new era at Optavia. It's like we're graduating, and it's like a whole new era. And if you're not excited, I'd check your pulse, or you're really just not informed enough. So that's why we continue to talk about it.
Yeah. None of you sound excited or look excited and are not conveying a feeling of it being excited. You're just saying the words. Okay. Also, can you get the fuck out of South America? Can you leave them alone? I think that there's parts of South America that definitely do not need the extra strain on their people of scammers or making them, more economically disadvantaged. Ew. Gross.
Saw someone ask, there is a protein powder. It's phenomenal. It's really, really good. And I've tried and used a lot.
What flavor, dickhead? Like, honestly, why are you speaking so vaguely? Have you bought coaching from Jessie Ward? Because she's the queen of vague at the moment. Tell us about it. God damn it. I mean, he's a bad salesman. It's fine.
Protein powders. Vanilla and chocolate are the two we got. I think that's the only flavors they're going to launch with for now. But they're phenomenal. Well, I think it's 24 grams of protein. There's no artificial anything in them. I think it's 140 calories, the protein for one scoop, 24 grams. So really, really low in calories too.
Oh, good.
There was one other thing that, you said talk about Mexico launching too. We have so many things on the frontier that it couldn't be a better time to be an Optavia coach. And like you said, we had a perception of being one-dimensional in our approach as far as just weight loss, even though we had the healthy habits and we had the habits of health and all that involved. But for way too long, we were outsourced or sending people like Johnny. I was sending them to another company to go get amino acids. I was sending other people to go get their protein sources.
Why? Why were you sending them? What's your fucking qualifications to send anyone to any company? Oh, you need amino acids. How the fuck do you know that he needs amino acids? What are you talking about? You have no qualifications. Maybe I need to check, but I'm gonna say that he probably doesn't. Okay. I am trying to look at what the shop. Okay. They already had protein powder. They had protein. They had shakes. I don't know why they are saying they now have protein powder. Like, isn't it just a bigger lot of shakes? Wouldn't it be? I don't want to press the cookies thing. Strawberry yogurt bar. That's what they took to the wedding. Snacks and so much more. Well, where's the amino acids? Tools and accessories. Infuse. Can you not buy them from here? Oh no. Oh, essential calorie burn strawberry lemonade flavor infuser drink. Oh, what is that? Don't be fooled by these pictures, people. This food is disgusting. All right. Watch Hannah Alonso's video. Her facial expressions in that are really good. I just want to see what's in the protein powder because he said it was nothing, everything natural. I can't find it. We'll get back to him. Jerk.
Some to never return because they kind of graduated as clients and then they got, I got this, and they kind of got away from the community. And I think what's the first thing that you think about though?
Oh, this is about customer retention now. Interesting. But I'm gonna take a wild guess here, right? And guess that it wasn't because you don't provide amino acids, all right? And I'm gonna guess it's not because you don't give them good options for protein powder. I'm gonna guess they get to a certain point and realize that they could be spending the money they are on your fuelings and your coaching and everything else that comes along with it, that they could do that themselves and keep money in their pockets, you know. That's what I'm guessing happened. But who am I to make that guess? Yeah, I think that they get to a point where they're like, oh, these guys are frauds. Yeah, I'm Audi 500. Goodbye.
This is something that we need to kind of, I guess, remove the veil, if you will. Because what's the first thing you think about? Put in the chat. There's not a wrong answer. It's what is the first thing you think of when you think of this active line or amino acids? Like what type of clientele, what type of person? I want to see. This is a test for me.
Me first. Desperate. Really, really desperate people. That's what I see.
Athletes, CrossFit, trainers.
Very quick.
Yeah. So you guys actually, this is perfect. So this actually edifies for something I'm working on for corporate right now. So you guys are my test subject. So I appreciate you. And you edified exactly what I thought. That is right. But when you look up the word essential, so let's look at essential amino acids.
Optavia for corporate here. I really hope you're watching this video because Optavia people, you should not be letting Harold here be doing anything front facing with people. He's just awful. I've seen him speak twice and I do not like it. It's just instinctual where I'm like, that guy would call me fat to my face and kick me up the bum, you know? He's just gross. And the assumptions, you know. Gonna try and bite my tongue and press play.
So if you look up essentials in the dictionary, what does it mean? Absolutely necessary. So that means it's for everyone. So I don't want you guys to get tunnel vision because think about it. Only 23% of the population actually has an exercise program. So if you just focus and you get tunnel vision that that's the only people that this is going to service, you're leaving out 80-something percent or 77% of the population. So yes, that is a population we're going to serve and we're going to be able to entertain and we need to, but don't get tunnel vision and forget about the 77%. I mean, you can look at vegetarians. They have a gap sometimes in their daily requirements because of their nutrition. The amino acids are typically to get the complete all amino acids or essential amino acids. It's from animal.
Again, what are your qualifications to do this? You can't say a shitty Dr. A manual. Have you got anything beyond that? Because I don't think so. Food for thought. I'm getting tired, Pierce.
Products, right? You can look that up. You can go fact check me. I talked about kids, seniors, general public. I mean, this thing hits on everyone. That's why they're considered to be essential. So that's just food for thought, just to get your guys' minds starting to wrap around it as we launch in the next couple of weeks. So speaking of all of this, how are you guys doing on, put in the chat, me, if you're in that commit to fit for 8 weeks. Just put me and let's see who we got going. That page kind of, if you guys remember, I started that thing on the fly. I just felt that it was a need. I announced it on a call. We had it turned around and launched within 24 hours, I think. So we didn't have time to plan out content and whatnot. So as we started seeing it develop, if you're not on that page, will someone put the link or put...
His wife just had a baby 3 months ago, and he's making up challenges on the internet for his shitty MLM. That's so funny. Oh, who's doing this program that I accidentally launched and we didn't do any work for? But now it's a thing, and go and join it. Here's the link. Can someone put the link in for me? I've seen some disastrous fucking Zooms the last couple of weeks. Jesus. They are unhinged at the moment.
The title or something, you can search it and we'll get you in. It's not too late. It kind of took on its own kind of thing. Like, I think there's over 30 to 40 posts a day in there. And at first I was like, I'm going to turn off the post so we can start delivering maybe some educational, or like Storms and Johnny, me and Brant and Josh, we did a topic so we can start doing stuff like that so it don't get buried. But I like the post. I like you guys putting in and commenting and putting in and giving ideas of what you're doing, and it's accountability. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys like that? Like, I'm actually enjoying that. So it's kind of like, what do you do? So for now, we're going to keep that flowing. Yeah, I love it as well. So I encourage you guys to continue to pour into that and contribute and invite other people. I think it's great for clients too, as we go to launch active. as they see this encouraging community moving forward on all different levels and spectrums of health. You got people in there doing CrossFit. I saw that mentioned in there. You got people doing bodybuilding. You got people on all levels. You got people who's being consistent in their walking. You have people and all of it's phenomenal.
Is it? Well, yeah. Sounds like everybody has to be active, which is interesting because the 5 and 1 encourages you not to exercise. So is there a group for the 5 and 1 people, or are they under the added pressure of having to work out to get into this, to fit into this group? Because it does seem like, you have to be doing more to be in the group. Get set for fit or something. God, how many groups must they be in? Honestly, like this just must be a fucking nightmare, yeah.
All of it's phenomenal. And that's what I want to get across to you, all of you, about this new launch. Because there's some people, I hear little chatters here and there like, well, where's my place with this active line? There's one thing I will say that is a requirement, in my humble opinion, is if we are launching a product line labeled and marketed as active, you may want to be active if you want to be valid in referring or offering it. It only makes sense, right? Give me an amen. I mean, if you're agreeing with me here. So that's all we're trying to do. So, I think community is medicine. And I think it takes, I think groups.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Community is medicine. No, this right here. Not medicine. I mean, it's medicine, but it's medicine. I will not be trading this in for a community whatsoever. Okay. I'm going to stick with this. Also, it's a way why don't you just say no fatties? Right. Also, you said, people who are in this may want to be active. You have a program which actively, ironically, encourages people to not exercise. The 5 and 1 says we do not recommend exercising. So what are you saying? Do you want people to exercise in the 5 and 1 or not? Or are you going to make them feel like shit because they're not doing the get set because they literally do not have the energy to work out? Or they have worked out when they've eaten 800 calories and they've injured themselves, or they're sick or whatever because they were so depleted and they put all of their energy into working out that the rest of the functions of the body are like, nah, we're out of here. Goodbye. Good job, Optavia. Good job.
Gathering together like that, commit to fit, is powerful. And I think it's necessary for all of us to grow to new peaks in our health. And we're all starting at different, some of us are in the valley of the peak summiting the mountain. Some of us are at a false summit, still looking up at the peaks that we create. And it's fine. And
can we stop using metaphors? Why don't you give an example of what you're talking about? Because MLMs are different. They're not as successful, perhaps. I'm just sick of the analogies. It's Jessie Lee. It's everyone. Like, talk about a spider. So a spider has 8 legs, just like your downline. Like everything is a metaphor. Look what I'm making. Like, seriously. How? These are amazing. I love them. It's like Chul. Oh, they're going to be good epaulets. All right. Ooh, hello, thing 1, thing 2. Ooh. Okay. I want some different colors, though. All right, let's keep going.
collectively, we all put input through motivation, inspirational, educational, and all of that together collectively, because there's so many different things. You had Rachel on the other day talking about Pilates. We'll have people on there that's yoga's their thing. There's no right or wrong way, right? So I just really want to emphasize that to all of you.
Okay. Shout out to this dude because he said yoga's okay. Brittany Dawn and who's someone else? Who's someone else? Like yoga's evil. Brittany Dawn and I can't remember, but someone else did say that yoga was demonic because it came from Hinduism, but it's connected to Hinduism. It's not exactly Hinduism, so.
Anything, Johnny, Mike, you want to add?
I want to get into what's working for July and how people can activate, still have plenty of time to sign up 5 people by convention. I want to talk about what's working, pro tips, and get into building people's businesses.
Yeah, so tonight we're
Too
going
soon? Too soon?
I just don't really like anything he says. Like, it's all too much. I just feel like, I know it's a parody of an ad, but it's when Lois's dad in Family Guy and he's sitting down watching something and it plays and it like has this big guitar riff and he's like, that's what I feel like when Mike talks. It's just like, just a bullhorn.
No, it's on the list. So put in the, well, actually, don't put in the comment. Raise your hand or come off mute because I do want to take another 5 minutes or so here. Who?
Come off mute, everybody. Everybody's coming off mute.
Like since we've started to commit to fit, who's kind of continued and or re-engaged to reclaim their health?
What? How are they going to communicate that? Like, what are you talking? Put your hand up if your life has improved because of the Get Set or Fit, whatever he was doing. It's going to go back to that same old people. He's just not very smart.
I'd like to hear, like, where was your mindset before and where what are you doing now? This is, I think this is important. Anybody? No?
I'm going to call somebody out then if nobody actually.
I'm sorry, but wouldn't somebody be like excited to tell you about that? I don't know. And we have a rule in my drama class: if you nominate someone else, you nominate yourself. So it makes them stop like saying, "Oh, Jason can go first. All right, you're up then." What? So they're a bit more aware of it now, but I don't know about fucking Bill here. Oh, I don't know if that was his name. Not him. The person he's talking about that he's going to call out.
Volunteers right now. So I'm going to call Stephanie. Stephanie just recommitted. She's like 6 days into her 21-day. Stephanie, why don't you come off real quick and just
Hi.
For a minute? Yeah.
Hey guys.
It's editing Tish from the future. Ow, no biting. Okay, so the babies are going to get sold this weekend. So we'll see how we go with that. Yes, because of the scandal involving Lizzo, I'm going to call this little one Lizzie instead. Very simple. I mean, she's not mine anyway. I don't know what people are. Anyway, this part of the video, guess what was happening? I was falling asleep. But it's important, so we're going to watch it. Okay, are you ready? No, don't lick them. Mike, sweetie pie. I just wanted a little bit more puppy action. She's the sweetest. All right, but not really that sweet at 6 a.m. when she's trying to like walk on my face. It's one of her favorite places to sleep, on top of my face. Thank you for being a cat. Let's do it, Jim, Bob. His name's Johnny.
Right now. So I'm going to call Stephanie. Stephanie just recommitted. She's like 6 days into her 21-day.
Had 21-day what? Fix? Wrong company. Do you have a 21-day anything in Optavia? Is that why you're stopped, dude? Also, this woman's name is Jethany. Jethany? Like Bethany, but with a J? Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that with a name? I do not understand.
Stephanie, why don't you come off real quick and just
Hi.
For a minute? Yeah.
She's thrilled.
Hey guys. So yeah, Harold, I when you guys launched the commit to fit, wasn't all in. And for my
Ooh, really? You weren't all in for Harold's impromptu Facebook group that has been going well because he's the upline and he's trying to force you into doing work? Okay. I can believe it. I really can.
And then Sam posted again in the group, the coach page, about another accountability post.
Okay, so that's Samantha. That's the wife of Harold. Is Samantha probably carrying the team? Yes, because he's a simple man.
Group. And I was like, I need to get in this. But I still didn't comment and say I'm in. So over the course of the 4th of July week, whatever, it just kept like coming through my head.
Okay, so that's usually a time of holidaying, rest and R&R, rest and recreation. Is that what the other R's for? I don't know. And you were thinking about Optavia, that you should be doing some sort of accountability thing. Sounds real fun.
I need to commit. I need to get back into my groove. I'm gotten a little loose on my schedule. I've gained some pounds. I'm not feeling as good.
There it is. She's gained some pounds. That's the most important thing out of all of the things that she's said. That's the thing that makes a difference to everybody in the company, high up. Doug said that he was not acting in integrity when he was 25 pounds overweight. Keep in mind, his weight could easily fluctuate because he is doing bodybuilding stuff. And he was competing, which meant there was bulking and shredding and, you know, the numbers on the scales do not mean one thing. They can mean a number of things. And the problem is, these people aren't qualified to know the difference. Being an experienced gym goer does not make you a personal trainer. And I think, they're probably amongst my group of creator friends, Erin is the one that has the most experience with the gym, and she would not be a personal trainer on her own, ever. She's not qualified, and she would say that, no, I'm not qualified to give that information. I can tell you what I'm doing, okay? But also, I don't think that she would try to Brittany Dawn it, which is give the workout that she's doing, that she got from her trainer Susan, and give it to other people as a one-size-fits-all, okay? Because she's responsible. So these people are woefully unqualified, and they don't care about anything except what's on the scale.
Good. How do I get myself back in this?
Why do you have to get back into it? Is it because the system's flawed and it's meant to fail so that you can constantly be on a cycle of 5 and 1s? Just asking for a friend.
And so Sam gave me that boost of you know what? I'm going to do my own accountability. I'm going to throw it out there. I have 21 days until my birthday, July 25th. July 5th, I am posting exactly what I weigh, exactly what my percentage body fat is. I'm going to call out my goals. I'm going to say it all, and I'm going to invite people with me. And it was and I said, I don't care if you're a client, anybody can join me. So basically everything that you guys were doing for us and our clients, I did for just my following.
This just seems like they're just recycling the same thing over and over. Hey, there's this group, and I'm going to make a group that is exactly like it. And we're just going to say, I want to lose this much weight, and I weigh this, and here's a picture of me with all my fat, floating out, it doesn't work, fools.
And it blew up. And it's kind of coming from that.
It blew up. Okay. I'm going to see if I can find Jethany on Facebook. Oh, God. I am in. Guess what I just worked out, folks? I'm in the commit to fit fucking group. Oh my god. I am in the group that they are discussing right now. God, I feel like an idiot. Okay. Oh god. What a fool I am. And they've got, oh, a habit tracker. All right, hang on. I'm going to put it over here so we can see. All right. Oh, these people in their photos. Geez. Okay. So, oh yeah. So activity, the Optavia plan, personal development, water. I am really glad that it doesn't say how much weight you want to lose. That's good. It's all about the branding, people. It's all about the branding. Mm. Commit to fit. That I am honestly, I can't believe I'm in this group. It's so funny. Who's this dude? That looks weird. Why are you doing that? I'm gonna send this to Brianna Jewel. Is this a good exercise? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's kicking, I suppose. Right. By the way, the blouse. Do we like the blouse? Okay, look at the floofery of this magnificent blouse, which I'm so glad that I was able to wear today. I think I'm too small for the, like, it's such a big blouse, you know? It's silky. I got it in my, like, my Lucky Dip grab bag. Do you know what I mean? They're excited about their amino acids. I mean, guys, I don't wanna rock your world or anything, but did you know that amino acids existed before Optavia started selling them? I know. Why why is that lady walking? She's walking with her lizard, or bearded dragon. I've seen photos of the same person over and over. Wow, they got a cup. Amazing. Ew. Optavia Fuelings buy and sell. What would we need that group for? Can't you just buy and sell from the company? That seems a little bit weird. Oh, hot. I can't see Jethany. That's who I'm looking for because she said that she was her group was real good. I don't know. God damn. Who else? Oh, I need to study the paparazzi guy. Yeah, she's gonna be the only Jethany for sure. Digital creator. You're an Optavia, please, digital creator. She seems really sweet. I was not in a good place in the photo on the left. Really? You look fine. Like, honestly, has she lost weight in those two pictures? Sweetie. Putting a sign on across your face there does not make you a health coach. If I put supermodel across my, across there, still wouldn't be a supermodel. Could be though, could be. Oh, look here. I'm leveling up my health. I'm committing to 30-day active challenge. Who wants to do this with me? 10 comments. Okay, Jessity. It's not the best engagement, I've got to admit. Got my healthy motion in today. Who wants to do this? With me. Who wants the deets? How many? 1 comment, 21 likes or hearts. Okay. Yep. Amino acids. How many? Okay, so no comments, 8 likes or whatever. It was weird. Akim mentioned they had like an 80s night and Kevin Tinter, Kevin transphobic, kazoo hating, fatphobic Tinter, he was in a hair metal band. Like he had the spandex pants. It was very flamboyant. All right. And then they had a 70s night. It was very strange. Oh, no. And then a Mardi Gras. Oh, it was a team Mardi Gras party. Oh, God. What? Why are they walking like, why is their stride so big? Look at the lady on the, like, on the outside. Not that lady there. Why is she walking so big? That was weird. Okay, Jethany, I'm trying to see, because she said that her engagement, like, she was like, and it's going so good. That's what I'm looking for. God damn these people. This is because they're tags from their other people that are on here. Yuck. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jethany. Your name is weird. Good for you, though. My name's weird as well. Don't stress, okay? I'm not. 1 share, 14 reactions. I just completed week 1 of my healthy habits. 4 comments, 28 reacts. 67 comments. Oh, yeah. That's a bit better on the recipe. Nice work. Convention. Oh, we've got some more mocktails. All right. A little bit. So maybe the food is the day. 3 days, 8 products each day, lots of water. 8 comments, 24. That's better. Giving up is not an option. 2 comments, 21 reactions. Update on 21 days summer health reset. Today's day 6. There you go. This is the post we want. This is the same shirt that she was wearing in the video as well. Hang on. Yeah. This is the same day. So, 8 comments, 17 reactions. Oh, I was like, Patriot? No, that's like the Patriot. Okay, it's time. 21, this is her catch. 21, whatever. 14 reactions, 2 comments. Mocktails. She gets more movement on her drinks and food. Then we've got this one. It is day 4. And there's 6 reactions and 1 comment. It's a 21-day reset. Who's reset? Like, who did it get? Who did it come from? 3 comments. Look, I'm sorry about that. Day 1 down. 8 comments, not too bad. 14 reactions. 40 comments. Okay, so 40 comments. Pretty good. 91 reactions. Okay, that is a little bit blowing up, but it doesn't stay that. Like the next post is down to 8 comments and 14 reactions. So that's a big cut. All right. I just wanted to see if she was telling the truth. Maybe she feels like it was blowing up, but it's not. Now this video is going to be so much longer. Why did I have to do this? Anyway, it's good. Enjoy going into depth.
So like a little Bob Heilig vibes that we've got going on right now with reminding us that we need to bring value with no reward. So I'm fully committing to helping people that don't even jump on program. And I'm putting them in with accountability, but I'm getting their buy-in. I'm making sure they get
on. What do you mean? Like just random strangers who are not doing your program? How does that work, Jethany? Because I don't think that does work.
on the phone with me. I'm running the whole health assessment like I normally would.
So they have to be a customer? I am confused.
And if they're still not seeing the value of our program at this time, okay, well then here's the things I require. Highly suggest that we're going to do in my group. I'll send you, I talk it through, but I'll send you basically what I require. Let me know if you're in, and then I'll guide you along for these 21 days. And it's basically.
And what are your qualifications? Let me have a look. She is a digital creator. She's an independent certified transformational coach. That's nothing. It's not a qualification. She went to Western Michigan University. I don't know if we can see about. Let's have a look at her about section, hey? She's married to Greg. Certified kitchen designer. Ooh. Kitchen and Bath Association. Oh, that sounds fun. Designer? So she must be a designer. Oh, that's cool. Get back into that, Jessany. Jeez. I don't know. Get out of the kitchen? Like go maybe whole house. Yeah? Because Optavia is not it. Keep going.
Really just like sharing their weight with me, sharing their measurements, sharing pictures, doing an accountability publicly, and
Why would they do that, Jessany? You are an interior designer. What use would that have other than just to keep them on the hook? Yeah? But that's the point, isn't it?
tagging me, following a food log. I mean, everything that I do with my clients. And I've gotten so much more conversation in these last 5 days than I have the whole month of June.
Having a look at your posts, I don't know if that's a flex. It may be an indication that you're not talking to many people at all, because that engagement on one post, it didn't stay. It basically immediately dropped off.
And it's just been really awesome to have people reach out to me and say, I need accountability. I also need to recheck myself this summer. I also have a really hard time resisting the alcohol, the parties, all the summer challenges. And I put them out there. Those are my challenges too.
I don't know. Just putting a list over your mocktails is that. Damn it, I might have to scroll down again to this friggin' birthday post. I'd love to be a part of this. Gorgeous, you look amazing. Looking so beautiful, wife and I rocking together. Happy year in September, her a lifetime. Good luck in your quest. Me, deets please. You've got this. I'm in it with you. Fabulous. I am the same spot. I have put in way too much weight. Put on way too much weight. So it is about weight. I'd love to chat. You look fabulous. You look, please. Hang on. Oh, please. Yep, message. Definitely want to do it for accountability. I love to have support. I'm a plexus gal. Ooh. Sarah, I don't know, like this is public, but anyway. I'm a plexus gal, but I'm feeling the exact same way as you. If you're cool with end chat, no, that's not how we English, okay? Recipe swaps, fun ideas, and movement check-ins, I'm game too. Hey, Sarah, yes, girl, we are in this together. I'll message you so we can connect. Me and my birthday is July 23rd. Go, girl. Go, girl. I'm going to say that from now on. You go, girl. Yep. Cute. Way to go. I'd love to be part of this. That room vibe. I agree. Like, Jethany, go back to design. This is bomb. You look amazing, gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Is that it? I don't know that too many of them said anything about accountability. Hang on.
And I also have a really hard time resisting the alcohol, the parties, all the summer challenges. And I put them out there. Those are my challenges too. And they have been in the past. And so many people are relating to it. And it's been fun getting this together. And
they said you look pretty, which is nice, but I think a couple of people said, yeah, I want to do this. So don't know about that, Sarah. Her name's not Sarah. The other girl was Sarah. Shut up.
Just putting it out there. And then it's obviously motivating me and it's keeping me in check. And I've committed to sharing on a daily basis what's happening, how I'm feeling, all of that. So Johnny, is there anything else you wanted me to expand on that? But it's been fun.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, hey, Harold, how crazy is that? Jethany decided to really hone in and focus on her health. She's 6 days in. She's feeling amazing. And oh my gosh, she's creating conversations. She feels great.
Don't be condescending as fuck. Jesus. Yeah, you know what? I think making a Facebook group and making an accountability post is... Oh, really? An accountability post? Groundbreaking. You know what I mean? Like, I know, it's stale, but you don't have to be a fucking jerk about it. Jeez.
She looks great. Conversations are happening. Accountability posts are going out for herself. She's asking her clients to make accountability posts for themselves. I don't know. There
Good job. That's your job. It's duplication.
must be something to that.
Oh, really? There must be something to that? It's working? Because I had a look at her fucking engagement and it was not that good after the first initial post. So I don't think that there's anything to it, Johnny.
Yeah, but do you regret that you started
No. There's a little. No, I don't actually. And I'm fully committed to shifting. It's our values, but going more with that I'm posting something valuable no matter what. And I want to be able to provide somebody that can relate to me and just bring more value without worrying about the order, without worrying about what comes with, and then I'm also requiring them to be in the Health and Hope page, Facebook group. And now that you just threw out, reminding me of Commit to Fit, I'm going to add them to that too.
Yeah.
I'm just integrating them.
Oh, good. I think that's where I got up to, but I'm sorry I went off on this tangent. Fucking, I was just trying to do a little insert and it ended up being 35 minutes. Jesus. Yeah. Is she gonna say, "Oh yeah, I don't regret it" to you? And it's just so redundant. The whole thing is redundant. It feels like they're just recycling the same thing over and over and over and over again, and it makes me want to cry. Not really, but it does. It's annoying. What laugh was that, Jesus? I think that's it. I'm gonna press stop now.
Conversations are happening. Accountability posts are going out for herself. She's asking her clients to make accountability posts for themselves. I don't know. There must be something to that.
Yeah, but do you regret that you started
it? No. There's a little. No, I don't actually. And I'm fully committed to.
Would she say that on this call to your face? Also, her name is Jethany. I've already made it. I've already talked about this because my mic didn't work. Jethany. That's not a name, okay? I'm sorry to the one other Jethany out there. My name has more credibility. Natisha. Alright? That sounds like a name. Jethany? No. Not. Oh, weird. Okay, let's see what the crappy get set for fit she's going to talk about.
Shifting. It's our values, but going more with that I'm posting something valuable no matter what. And I want to be able to provide somebody that can relate to me and just bring more value without worrying about the order, without worrying about what comes with, and then I'm also requiring them to be in the Health and Hope page, Facebook group. And now that you just threw out, reminding me of Commit to Fit, I'm going to add them to that too.
I was under the impression that this was about the Get Set for Fit thing. They're talking about how it's going well and that's why people have a lot of success at the moment. But really? 2023? Relying on Facebook groups. I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer, but 2015 called, they want your tactic. I mean, look, people are still doing it. Danielle Mioli, please report to the overusing Facebook groups section. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just integrating them. If they're
it's 100%. You're utilizing the tools and the resources that we put out there, but you're actually, to Johnny's point, you're actually doing, and you admit it that, hey, no, I kind of was sitting on the sideline, so it's never too late. And now you're reaping rewards. So you stay tuned. Jethany's actually going to give a tip on what's working right now in her business. That's helping her with acquisition of clients and stuff like that.
So her name is Jethany. Wow. Weird. Stay on. It just sounds like BS, the whole thing.
Nice. Stay for the we're gonna do that in the back end. But what you're talking about, or what you talked about, was you kept bringing up bring value, and it's also holding you accountable.
How the freak did this man get to talk on a stage? Him and Veronica Bay, they just have the personality of a shoebox. They're just so boring. Like, and he does seem to just be speaking off the cuff, you know?
It's kind of like I heard it before. It's like you're making deposits into people's lives before you ask for a withdrawal. See, it's kind of like if you got a friend and you're the friend that's always, he calls or they call and they're like, hey, man, can I borrow $5? Yeah, here's $5. I'm making stuff up. Borrow $20? Yeah, here's $20. You give them $20. And the next thing you know, you're the person that's always giving or coming to help, giving and coming to help. You can ask for a withdrawal because you've been giving value and making deposits into that bank account. So you kind of been building it up. So it's kind of like building up trust because you've just been giving them free value over content, inviting them into groups, supporting them, everything that Jeff and he spoke about.
That was really like a stupid thing to say. That analogy doesn't work for what he's trying to prove. Oh, God help him. Because the way that it sounds is like you're giving money to somebody who just asked for it and you don't ask for anything in return. And then are you coming back later and getting that money back? Because the way he sounded, it's like the person who was asking for the money, like was using that person. And if they weren't, he wasn't clear about it, Oh my God, that was so confusing. And it's not the same. Giving value to somebody, why didn't you just talk about the actual thing? Why didn't you say, when we have a Facebook group, the leader has this, they put out these messages, and then in turn, as a result of those messages on the Facebook, we get people, reaching out, or we get 20% more people engaging, it's too vague. It's the Jesse Lee school of vague. And just not right. Like, what the so confusing. Because he is not very smart.
Does it take work? Absolutely, 100%. It takes work. And I think we're in a climate now that people are a little bit more tightly gripped on how they're spending their money. So we can either hope, pray, and wish that things go back to posting a picture of a bar and hoping and praying and watching people just come out the woodworks, or we adjust with the season we're in, which is people being a little bit more tightly gripped on how they spend their money. Because the fact is, they are spending money. You just put all in that chat about everybody going to the beach, Singapore, everything else, right? And everything that goes on top of everything else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The people on this call, though, aren't they in your team? Why do you want them to buy more bars? Like, what? And was it really that easy to advertise? Because you see, I do grocery shopping sometimes, quite often actually, and that's where I get my food from. If somebody put a post up on Instagram about their food that they were selling, I don't think I'd be as inclined to pull up to their house for their box of crisp bars, Also, international travel is not the same as your shitty crisp bar. How dare you make somebody feel bad if they're spending money on an international holiday because they weren't spending money on the bar? Like, this also seems like the wrong crew to be getting up for this.
Spending money on that we find value in. So we have to deliver value, show people value before they'll loosen their grasp on their hard-earned dollars. So I didn't mean to get too preachy there, but that's just
something that
it wasn't. It was stupid. Actually, what you said was dumb.
On the call we were on, I forget who said it, but it was one of the top IPDs, like Harold and Sam in that group of.
Why would calls be blurring? Because that's all you fucking do when you're in a network marketing company. Why do these people always have like some black and white picture or sepia toned picture in the background? Always.
Very serious business operator said, with the app launching, it's a super fitness app, with the international expansion, with the EAAs, with the digital marketing and the other marketing Optavia is doing now, I'm sure you're seeing them on Instagram and Facebook. Optavia is about to become a household word. Everybody's going to know 2 or 3 Optavia coaches. They actually said 5 or 6.
You wish, Mike, with the raspy voice. Really? Look, I don't know. I know it, obviously, because of what I'm doing. But if I wasn't doing anti-MLM content, I wouldn't have a fucking clue who Optavia was, you know? I mean, their stock price has been going down too, hasn't it? God damn. The delusion. The delusion.
You presenting, like Jethany said, you presenting consistent value is what sets you apart and why you'll get chosen.
Yeah. And go ahead. Who's that?
I was just saying, right?
Yeah. Because he's got nothing. Harold is. There's just like one fly buzzing around in his head. So he'd be real keen for someone else to talk right now because he will talk with just one fly buzzing around his head, unfortunately. But someone else can feel that noise. That would be better.
And as Jethany said, Jethany, I'm sure you agree. It feels great too when you're not being transactional, when you're just loving on people and giving them stuff.
Oh. Hey, get out of there, dogs. Puppies, come on. The pups, crazy. Also, you admit that some relationships in MLMs are transactional? That is a thing? Hope no one gets offended when we say that because we have said it and we have been given shit over it. Like, these are real relationships. No, they're not. The way that the top leaders in Doug and Tia's Woods team, the way that they dropped Allison, you don't give a fuck about anyone but yourselves. As soon as somebody who you claim to love steps away from Optavia, she's exiled, cut off, out of it. That's your people. That's a measure of your people.
Yeah, the fitness app. I think they negotiated to $4.99.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Yeah, I think they got knocked off $10 a month off of it. So yeah,
and then amazing.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like we're like I said, it's this new era of Optavia moving into where we have a complete system now to support people wherever they are and wherever they're going. It's phenomenal. So hopefully you guys aren't scared and you're kind of like, where's my place? I'm telling you, just get moving, commit to your health would be ideal, right? Like I said, for an active line. So anyway, utilize it.
Don't worry about not understanding it. I'm not going to explain it to you either, but just don't worry about it. Get to integrity in your business and get to your 5 and 1. Tell me they aren't the fucking customers. Also, no one has apps that are that expensive per month. That's ridiculous. Very few are over $10, you know? So to say that you knock $10 off, great. It should be free. And how wouldn't they already have access to their health coach 24/7? So dumb.
Resources. Thank you, Jethany, for saying that because they're there. You just got to use them. And you have to be intentional. So that's kind of on the commit to fit for now. And I will continue to beat that home because unless one of you can tell me what's one negative thing about elevating your fitness and your health. If you can tell me and put in the chat one thing that's negative, I'll shut up for the rest of my life about.
Oh, challenge accepted. Using your MLM to make people, to guilt people into being healthy is bad. But I don't think he's going to take that point of view. Yeah, connecting their health to an MLM, bad. Connecting their health to being good with God, you know? Like, he just wants to say, I think this is a fallacy as well. Well, we can't be bad at Optavia because what we really want is we really want people to be healthy. What's so bad about that? That's not bad. Yeah, so, you know, like he wants people to go, oh, yeah, well, that's true. Being healthy isn't bad. No. Being healthy only using Optavia is bad. It is a recipe for disordered eating and patterns. It also can lead to out-and-out eating disorders. So that's negative, Harold. Hey, stop, please. Yeah. Looking at me like no one will go against that because I'm right, you're wrong.
To fit and help. One thing, you can name one con, one bad thing about elevating your health.
And overcharging for shitty meals as well, bad.
Yeah, I thought so. So what the heck aren't we doing it? All right, so next topic. I don't know how much we're going to expand on this in this call, but I was talking with Johnny the other day, and we were just kind of just talking about the basics and the fundamentals of things. And how many of you are or have, and I swear to goodness, I know some of you are going to, I just know it. I've been doing this for way too long, over a decade. And I know some of you are going to glaze over when I say this. But let me ask you something. Before we speak about anything, do you think we get on here on a Monday, just like you, away from our families, to talk about some nonsense? I'm telling you, we come here and sometimes, yeah, we're more prepared than other days. But I'm telling you, but when we come here to deliver a topic, it's what we're hearing, it's what we're seeing, it's all of that. So we're intentional with the topics we bring. But I know some of the things it's kind of like, oh, we're talking about that again. It's important. And what I'm talking about is a hundreds list. How many of you?
God damn, Facebook groups and a hundreds list. Look, I have to admit, 2016, good year. Good year. I would go back to 2016 and not transfer. But, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? God damn, hundreds lists have been around since Amway, for fuck's sake, you know? And how dare he say, I'm away from my family? Are they just in the other room? Because that's different to being, away at a job in a building, you know? It's just so sanctimonious. Like, yeah, we're going to talk about this again because that's all we have in MLMs. Just the same shit, different day.
Are continuing to add, or who had.
And he said, yeah, sometimes we're not prepared. Yeah, really? I can tell. Today's one of those days.
Have you ever even completed a hundreds list? Like, have you ever free associated and did that work? That work is so non-invasive. It doesn't take you being bold.
Free associated? I don't think you understand what that means because free association means you're not thinking about it. It's kind of like a stream of consciousness. Not purposely trying to think of people who are going to peddle your shitty 5-in-1 starvation diet.
Requiring courage to go approach people. You're in your house making a hundreds list by yourself. So if you haven't done it, I'm not shaming you. I am calling you out to say, why not? Because if that's something difficult, or that's something you haven't taken that step, at least create the hundreds list and free associate. Because when you start to free associating your mind, you start to get out of your stinking thinking and your concepts. You might start to realize concepts you have. So when you're doing that.
That's one of their weasel words, stinking thinking. That's a Gina Eccles special right there. Stop the stinking thinking. How about you leave people alone? Yeah, making a list of their friends that they can take advantage of. Yeah, no. I'm not trying to shame you, but I'm calling you out. Kind of the same thing, Harold.
Hundreds list, if you haven't, or you need to grow it and build it and get to hundreds, first things first, don't prejudge. Since when do you have control over other people's decisions and their bank accounts? You don't. So this is one of the easiest things you can do that doesn't take any courage. Like, it doesn't take any skills.
You don't have control over people in their bank accounts. Because I'd like you to know that too. He kind of reminds me of a Brad. Harold seems weird. So Harold, yeah, can you leave people alone? Because you are trying to control them right now. You just said that you can't do that. So I just hope the pot doesn't have to cool the kettle, because it's looking like that's, from this point of view.
Just you to just free associate and mind dump. Use your phone if you feel a little rusty. I remember when I'm total honest.
Use your phone? Where else would you get the list from? Are you kidding me? Does he think these people are idiots? Maybe. But I think it's more because he's not smart, so he thinks everybody's kind of like on his emotional intelligence sort of level, and they're not. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna press play and see what other stupid thing he says next.
When I was here, or true story, should I say? I don't want to be honest, like I've been lying the whole other time. True story. I hear people say that, oh, you've been lying the whole other time, but now you're gonna tell me the truth? No, true story though. When we first started doing this, I heard it from Dan Bell, and he talked about free association. First, I had to look up what free association meant. I don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about putting some names down and just dumping, like just freeing my mind and dumping.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, he's not very smart. He just admitted it.
Names down without prejudging them. Basically, that's what it was, right? I got stuck around 17, 25 names. So if that's you, that was me. Don't judge yourself. My mind was just all congested. It was all clogged up. So that was the first step. I had to free the mind. I had to open it up. So I went to my phone. I was on a training. So go to your phone. Start going through your contacts. Oh, I had 650 contacts. I don't know how many it was at the time. It was a bunch. It was more than 23 or 17, whatever it was. And I started going through those contacts. And then as I was starting to write down names, I was like, they were complaining about money the other day when I started like making decisions for these people. And it was ridiculous because then a month later, that same person was buying a new car or something that they didn't need, right? Or they did need, whatever, I don't know. So that's the first thing I had to get through, just like some of you, of that restriction or that governor on my brain of prejudging people and not even doing the easy work. I'm preaching hard right now because I know this is a lot of you right now.
No, you're just talking. What gives you the right to preach ever? No one. No one said that you being at the top of the compensation plan in Optavia doesn't make you a pastor or a church leader. Pretty much it's the opposite. It makes you dishonest, a scammer. You know what you need to say to get people to do stuff, and you just do that over and over and over and over and over. And that's why you live the life you live. It just seems like this seems very desperate, very desperate. Like, you've got to go through your phone, really. Well, if you didn't work that out, maybe that's because that's a reflection of you, not the people here. I mean, wouldn't they? I'm just saying, like, if they wanted this to succeed, they would be going through the list. Nobody wants to fail at something, I'm sure of it, Feels awful to fail. So to insinuate that could be the case is insulting.
Enough to think it was just me 10 years ago. I'm just not. Number two is because I was in recent conversations as of lately, and there's some people that were hung up on it. I know they weren't the only ones. I know I wasn't the only one 10 years ago. So start with that, and it'll be like kind of a warm up for you to grow into the other things that require maybe some more skills and maybe some courage, right? The other thing you can do is as you're going out, and this is where you start to build confidence and courage, because that will kind of break a paradigm for you. So all of a sudden, I couldn't stop writing names. It got to where I was like 150, 160, and I was like, hold up. Then I had to push pause. My mentor said, hey, time out. Now we need to go work that list. Now, that's a great list, and you can keep going, but now we got to work the list. How do we contact these people? How do we approach these people? How do we get on these people's radars? And that's some of the stuff we won't fully expand on it because we don't have the time. But I do want to touch on a few things. Mike, Johnny, I see a lot of smiles. Do I have a booger out my nose or something or what? Or am I talking too much like a coon ass right now? You can't understand.
No, well, we like when you talk like a coon ass, bro. Live down a gravel road.
What? This was on Vimeo in a public. What's that mean in America? Because COON is a racial slur in where I come from, and I hated it. It was used a lot in the last town that I lived in. It says it's a COON ass is something that's connected with Cajun ethnicity, and it's derogatory. Oh, and then maybe it came from being a fool. What? I think it might be a racial slur. Like I said, this is not hidden. Yeah, I'm just gonna press play. I mean, do I respect this man? No. So, wouldn't be surprising if he was racist as well.
Love that. I mean, Johnny, you go first. I'm not going to go first.
I really don't have anything to add. I'm sitting here loving everything Harold's saying. I just hope everybody's listening and taking it to heart. I see a lot of comments coming in. So I see a lot of comments coming in, Harold, and basically the gist of the comments, if I could wrap it all up into one sentence, is this. I know what I need to do. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, thank you. Because I can't concentrate on speaking into you, and I like to look at everybody and look on comments. So, and that's something that a few of us were talking about.
That's bullshit. Absolute bullshit. They're doing the work. They absolutely are doing the work. The problem is your product, your team, the way you use God, the multi-level marketing paradigm, among many other things. The way they blow smoke up this idiot's ass is terrible. Like, he is not profound in the least. You know, like, they might say, well, he keeps it real. No, he's a fucking idiot. That's what it is, all right? He's just craps on and craps on and craps on. Until he sort of, like, gets to a point going, oh, that was a good thing that I'm going to pause there and pause for effect because he thinks it's good, not for any other reason.
Discussing is that's the reality of it. I don't know why or what it is, but we're just not doing the work. We're just not doing it. It's not that things aren't working. It's the easy things aren't working, as I alluded to earlier, piggybacking off of what Jeffany was talking about and bringing value. The easy things aren't working, but anything worth having isn't easy. We're talking about bringing people in and breaking chains.
No, you're talking about bringing people in and paying you the upline. How fucking dare these people say that you're not working? How many people were on this call? I don't know. If you are in Optavia and you stumble across this video, don't listen to this jerk. You're working hard in a cooked system. That's the problem. The system, not you. And it's not fair for this man sitting atop of a massive downline getting paid a lot of money to shit on your work ethic? No, fuck that noise. Disgusting that he would even say this. Is he trying to be on purposely obtuse? Because he is. In his beige house with his fucking Optavia hat. Probably takes that off the second that fucking video stops. Don't buy it. I just cannot see how anyone, knowing what it's like at the bottom of a multi-level marketing company, can give someone shit for not doing the hard work. You can give them shit for a lot of things, right? But working? No. They work hard. God damn.
Like breaking, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is big stuff to do, but it's easy. It's easy, but we got to take the simple steps. So another thing you could do is go into, as you're going out and you're starting to meet people as you go out, I'll give you a live example. I was at a, this is the last example I'll give, and we'll talk about some ways to implement the hunters list for those of you who actually started building it. My son, I've been taking him to tutoring for 3-4 hours a day, 5 days a week, right? So while I'm there, I became a familiar fixture. And
Tutoring shouldn't be 3 to 4 hours a day? What the fuck? That's weird. What the hell?
setting in this office. So I don't even live there. It's 35 minutes away. So I've been going around to local restaurants and different little spots. And I've been meeting, and because they see me, all of a sudden they don't see me. And all of a sudden the same person starts to see me coming in and frequent to get a coffee or frequent. And they're like, did you just move here? Dude, I'm eating it up. I'm eating it up. Not just move here. I'm actually live here. A son. How long you been working here? Where you from? Start next day. I come in for my coffee again. She's working there again. I start chatting with her again. It's like we start collecting names, and you get to where you start knowing their names. You start.
This man is telling you how he met someone, and now he can put her on a hundreds list. Good skill. Well done. Well done, Harold.
The same thing with the Allstate guy who works there. His name's Isaiah. Me and Isaiah just connected now that we're on Facebook and Instagram. I got one of the biggest compliments from him the other day. He was picking up his, this is connection, guys. This is value in relations. I want you to understand this don't happen overnight. So that's why I'm taking the time to say this to you. This is how it works. I don't know if anything will ever amount with Isaiah. 29-year-old guy. It's like 6'5", used to be a triathlete. He's gotten a little bit out of shape because he tore his Achilles. I know this guy's life. He's going next week to pick up his fiance and her daughter, who's 15 years old and an artist. And he's driving them up here in a U-Haul. He got a pod from U-Haul. He was telling me it's $1,200. I'm telling you, I know everything about this guy. Very interested in him. He was telling me, and this is the biggest compliment, this is what we do if you do it right. And then that in and of itself is fulfilling to me, is he literally told me this past Friday, he said, I was talking to my girlfriend or my fiance, and she was saying, man, you sound, Isaiah, you just sound so much better, because he had been complaining about his job at Allstate, which I'm kind of like, all right, I'm eating that up. All right. You know, I didn't go there with him, but I'm just I'm listening. I'm taking mental notes. I didn't write any of this down. I'm generally interested in the guy. So he was talking about that. So I started talking to him, don't be attached to your identity, an insurance company. I started basically mentoring him. I was asking him questions. I was listening. So next thing he knows, his fiance said, man, you sound like you're so in a better place all of a sudden, Isaiah. He was telling me this. And he goes, yeah, I've been talking to this guy for the last 2 weeks in the office. He's there 3-4 hours a day. He said, he just picks me up. He motivates me. He started working out again. He started elevating his nutrition. He started talking to me because he used to work at a gym. So he knows a lot about nutrition. I tell you all of this. I don't know what's going to amount with Isaiah as far as Optavia. I don't care.
Yeah, you do.
I don't care. His life is being upgraded already by me taking the time to connect with another human being. So then I give him value, apparently. So then he starts educating me with his 29-year-old tech on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, telling me, he's like running it through. I'm like, damn, can you come do a training on my team? Like, he's like, if that.
Also, he does know that you're with an MLM then. Because that's what I'm trying to ascertain here. Is this something that you're being overt about? Because I don't believe him where he's saying, I don't care if nothing ever happens to him. Okay, I don't believe you. You know, especially when, like you said, you were eating it up when he said he doesn't like his job. You're grooming him to join Optavia. That's what this is. This is grooming in a different way, which is disgusting. But I still can't just get over that he just goes for 3 to 4 hours and he's hanging around in an office. That's weird. You know? And I would think, like, God, we know so much about this random guy. I don't think it's fair to tell the story as in-depth as he is, but he doesn't have notes. He doesn't care. He just talks and talks and talks. God, I hope Isaiah is okay. Isaiah from State Farm something, please be careful.
Maybe the reciprocity. I can't say that word right now.
Reciprocity.
Say it, somebody.
Reciprocity.
Thank you, reciprocity. If that's all it is, it's like that's awesome. That's what you're doing, guys. When I was creating my hundreds list, I was meeting people at Starbucks. Y'all heard the story. I didn't know who he was. He was a bearded guy. That's what was written on my hundreds list, was the bearded guy at Starbucks. And then it turned into his name. He was a manager and he lost 45 pounds. It doesn't always work out that way, but
So your goal is to recruit them, right? That's the goal.
that's what we're doing, is just connecting and being intentional. We get these blinders in. I'm just feeling this right now because I felt this. This is me being empathetic because I felt this. I know where you are. I went through life every day with blinders on, just trying to get through. And every time someone looked at me, it was just, I'm fine. Yeah, I just wanted to get home. I just want to veg out on TV. I just wanted the day to end, to get.
I think this man is completely fake. He said he's been in Optavia for 10 years. He would have to be maybe he's in his 40s actually. But veg out on TV, veg out watching TV, like people don't even talk like that. Just feels like it's a character, you know.
To the next day and to the next day, and I just had blinders on. We got to open our eyes and connect and communicate with human beings if we're going to build a network marketing company that enhances people's lives. We have to take the blinders off and we have to connect with people. And I'm telling you, you'll feel so much better when you do. That was like a whole nother me was born from this just down and looking down and getting through my day every day. So for any of you that maybe that kind of hits you a little bit, start with creating the hundreds list. Have fun with it and free associate with it. And I don't want to leave you hanging. So I'm going to actually ask Mike and Johnny to come off and help me give you guys some low-hanging fruit on what that would look like. A couple of different ideas on picking out and starting to work the hundreds list.
The term low-hanging fruit is not a term of endearment. It is the easy, like that's what people say is like easy pickings and like easy to take advantage of, you know? Like they'll say, I don't know. But low-hanging fruit is not a good term to use.
By week with intentionality. So you guys fight for who wants to go first, but I appreciate it. So I can actually get a drink of water here.
Was anyone forcing you to do that? No. Are you fucking kidding me? He's like, I just served. I ate then. I ate so badly. I need a drink of water.
Go, go first, Johnny.
And say, no worries, man. I'll keep it short. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about once you actually have the hundreds list, how you go through and work it. I mean, God, I need to be careful. It just kind of depends on how much time you have. Let's just say that too, you know, so I'm just going to go with the assumption that most people here probably do have full-time jobs. So you don't need to spend hours upon hours every single day working your hundreds list. It could be 30 minutes every other day or 30 minutes a day or 30 minutes a week if that's the case. Just pick a block of time that works for you where you're not going to feel burnt out or resent what you're actually doing. But don't overthink it. You do not overthink it. I can't do a much better job than what Errol just did by how he described working with this guy, Isaiah, or he's used that Starbucks bearded guy example. I don't even know how many times in the last 5 years that I've been on training. I hate that I forgot the guy's name.
Yeah. So how many times did he do it if he's used the Starbucks example so many times in 5 years? Huh?
But it's a bearded guy at Starbucks. I know this. It's just simply just having genuine conversations, being genuinely interested. And even Stephanie mentioned it earlier when she was speaking about 20 minutes ago, is just bringing that value, just bringing value. That's it, with no expectations. That's really all I want to say to that. I'm sure Mike can throw in a few other, fantastic actions, but it's just having conversations, guys.
I think that, thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro.
I think that what we all have to do, and you've heard this before, I'm just 60, my 60th year, so I've heard it more than you. We all have to get out of our own way. And the way we do that is by putting other people first. When you're thinking of your hundreds list, and Bob Helig said this, and we've heard this, which is why it's such an alignment, what he teaches on the Wednesday night boot camps and what Optavia does. We're transformational leaders, transformational coaches. Your hundreds list is a list of people that you know want to feel as good as you felt when you found Optavia, that are literally crying themselves to sleep at night because they want to get undressed with the lights off so their spouse doesn't see them in their underwear.
Also, it is about being thin. How can I say this delicately? Fuck you. How fucking dare you? Why is this the thing you're going to? The shame, the body shaming. That's where we go to with Optavia. We don't go anywhere. We don't go to hell. We don't go to whatever the fuck else. It's about shaming fat bodies so you can get fucked.
They want to be able to have their kids hug them. And I've heard from our clients, and I'm sure you guys have too. My kids, it was the first time my kids were able to get their arms around me.
How many kids can do that? That's weird. Have to be a big kid. Jesus.
That's why you have a 100 list.
Guilt.
Or like people that call you and say, hey, I'm no longer a type 2 diabetic since I lost the weight. I'm off insulin and metformin and high blood pressure, cholesterol medicine. That's how you get your courage. You get your courage by making it about others, which is the mission, right? Thing that Bob Helig did, I'm not sure if anybody did it, said, write your story of who you were the week and the month before you found Optavia and met these people and had this training and went to these meetings and read the life book. Who were you?
Sounds like you're trying to, I don't know, brainwash them. And also the fact that he thinks this is how to recruit. Nope. And guess what? Instead of type 2 diabetes, you're trading it for probably something else that's really bad, like disordered eating, orthorexia, things like that. Yeah? Don't know if it's the best trade, my friend. It's not my friend. I would not be friends with this man.
Realize everyone else on your hundreds list and in your purview of friends and family and neighbors is you a month before you got Optavia. They're hiding it pretty good, but they're just as friggin' miserable as most of us were in our own skins.
Speak for yourself. That's what you want, though. You want the miserable ones because they are desperate, right? Oh. They never come from a place of stability. It's always like coming from this place of instability, like this place of taking advantage or, like seeing how they can get their foot in the door at the time. They don't care about people.
Whether it was community, whether it was health, whether it was purpose, whatever it was, then that's your hundreds list. It's just people's lives you want to impact and transform and make a difference in. And that's the work. Earning money is great. Paying for your kids' braces is great. Paying for your kids' tutoring in private school is great. Paying off your credit cards is great. But when I get a text from a guy who's...
when you look at the income disclosure, not many people get to do that, right? So you've got to have the other things in there. Otherwise, people will quit for sure.
Told me that he was going to try for 30 days because he didn't think it was going to work. And he's like, holy poop emoji. I'm down 7 pounds the first week. And I just finished the nursery for our baby that's coming in 2 weeks that I've been putting off for months.
Yeah. So we, as anti-MLM creators and in anti-MLM circles, the problem is not that the diet doesn't work. The diet works because it's a calorie deficit. It's a starvation diet, okay? The problem is what happens when you stop the 5-in-1. And if you keep going, the lasting effects of that, yeah? Doesn't fucking matter. The weight loss, again, but he says that that's the success if you lose weight. No.
What the heck, coach? Right? You're only one excited client away from turning your attitude about your business completely around. Just one happy client. And if you don't have one, become a happy client. And that'll help a lot too.
Are you fucking kidding me? The advice to getting a happy client is become a happy client. Weren't you already? What the fuck? Like, what are you talking about? This is so dumb. Oh, God. I hate this company so
That's
much.
good, Mike. That's good,
No,
man.
it wasn't.
He kind of, to echo that before we move on to Jethany, there's something else I want you guys to think about, and it'll piggyback off of what Mike said, is every one of you came into Optavia, was attracted to Optavia via the possibility of what you could change in your health. Am I right or am I right? Why else would you? You came through something you've seen or heard what was possible, right? So talk to me. Is that right? The chat? Is that right? It was the possibility of you seeing something and you said, that is possible for me because it was possible for him and her and they did it, right? Here's the thing. You came in through what was possible and through your health, what was possible. And even for some of you came on as coaches because you saw that was possible through the financial and time frame and all that stuff. Possibility brought you in. Somewheres along the line, because of your life situations and where maybe you are in your health, maybe you retracted a little bit, maybe your business retracted a little bit. You started focusing on the probability. So then possibility just didn't even exist anymore. Now the only way you could offer or bring somebody else in is off of the probability as if it's working for you anymore because you decided not to work it. Health-wise.
Are you fucking kidding this? What an argument. Because you didn't believe in what's possible anymore and you went with what's probable. In other words, right? That's what's probably going to happen. You're in the shit you didn't believe? Yeah. I don't think he even recognizes that he's so totally contradicted himself. No, Harold. When people stop believing what's possible because they are given results, and so then they change their point of view to what's probable because it's been happening over and over, I don't think there's much you can do about that, to be honest. But you are talking about it. So you're saying if somebody ventures into thinking that has you saying that this will probably fail, you're going to gaslight them into going back to thinking about the possibility. And that's the perfect example because they have made this decision because they have not been successful in the business. And you're saying they have to go back into their own brains and say, look, I know I didn't succeed at this, but I possibly could, despite having a lot of proof that it won't happen. That's it's really dysfunctional thinking. God damn.
Wise and business wise. For whatever reason, that's your probability. And you're looking through that lens and projecting that on everybody else by doing nothing because of your situation currently, not being where maybe your health wants to be or your business is. Regardless of that, you need to remove probability and focus back on what's possible. Even if you have slid back in your health or in your business, is the possibility still there for someone who purchases the kit to get healthy just because maybe you aren't in your optimal health? Absolutely.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to. You shouldn't be. Lizzo is very affectionate. Hey, baby. We haven't had a close-up of Lizzo in a while. Let's have a close-up. Well, she's so big now. She's so big. Big girl. Big girl. Big girl. Yeah. Yeah. Let's listen to this fool.
Still there for them. It's the same damn kit that got you healthy the first time. Is the business coaching kit, is it still possible for them to grow and touch 5 people, 3 people, 300, 3,000 people? Is it possible still, even though maybe your business shrunk or it's not doing what it was supposed to, you thought it would do for you currently? Absolutely, it's still possible. So you have to remove probability. I encourage you to just remove probability and focus back on possibility. And that's what you lead with, because that's what attracted each and one of you. And it is true. It is true.
One of you.
It is possible for anyone who purchases the kit, business kit, whatever, to do all those things.
We're gonna have to have a wee look at the income disclosure statement. I think anyway. You know what? Anything is possible. In Susical the Musical, there's a song called Anything's Possible. But it's, yeah, I don't think when we're talking about MLMs, not anything is possible. We have statistics that indicate how they work out. So I will have a look I'm going to press play while I look for the income disclosure statement. All right.
So I'll leave you guys with that for now, and we'll expand more on hundreds list, and we'll go deep dive, on some things you can do. Pick a couple.
Why? Why would you need to expand and deep dive on a hundreds list? Everybody knows what it is. Make a list of 100 people you can contact. And I'm not an OG anti-MLMer. I don't know as much as people who are in MLMs, but I sure do know that that a hundreds list is exactly that. Remember in the Fibic call, and they were like, income disclosure, like just saying it like it was a magic spell in Harry Potter. It would magically appear. 2022 annual income ranges of all independent Optavia coaches. 22% had no earnings. 7.9 had in between 1 penny and $100. This is per year, by the way. So going up to, I think 20 to 30 grand in a dual household would be pretty good. So if we go, would be okay. 2.2, hang on, how many people, medium number of months. So don't immediately start making this money. Look, that's quite high. I just have a Spanish one as well. Okay, so 2.2 plus 2.3 is 4.5 plus 1.5 is 6% plus, so it's around about 7% of people make more than $20,000 per year. But I would say if you're a solo person, you would need to be making over 50, which means it's 2.1% of people. 2.1% of people are successful. So that's the possibility right there, Harold. I don't think that maybe you haven't seen it, but I know where I have seen it. I saw it at Level Up on big poster boards at the front of the convention, which you spoke at. So, balls in your court. Not really, but you know what I mean.
I don't know where you're at. Pick 10, pick 20, pick 30, pick 40, challenge yourself and keep raising up on getting on their radars. I'll leave you with this. Some of you.
Please stop talking. I do not enjoy this man's speeches. Minnie's getting a bit over the whole motherhood thing. Can't blame her. Love the babies, but Lizzo, she likes to sleep here. She's like a cat. She's very cat-like. She's like sleeps on my face.
Is to pick 10 names, highlight them, and say these are the 10 or these are the 20 that I'm going to see if I can get social media to start connecting us. Hence, Johnny Schmidt. Hey, Johnny, see you fishing.
Also, is it a list of 100 or is it a list of 10 or 20? Like, what the fuck? And what do you mean? If they're on your list, wouldn't you already have a connection with them? Maybe, unless it's like tire guy, glasses face. Like someone that you don't really know.
Are you a fishing captain? All of a sudden, Facebook thinks that we're friends. Once they're connected, we start seeing each other's posts. He start watching me. I don't know if he was or not. So you start trying, how can I get on these 10 people's radar? Man, such and such. Jethany likes cats. I like cats too. All right, I'm gonna highlight Jethany.
Jethany has a weird name. I do too.
Talk about cats. I'm gonna go comment on that damn cat picture she posts every day, right? Because I like cats too. If I didn't like cats, I ain't gonna go post on it. Be authentic.
Same, Harold. We finally agree on something. I'm sorry, cat lovers. I'm just not a big cat fan. I don't like I know I was like there's a feminist account, Kaylee, and she like rips apart men. She's amazing. She was talking about how women are more like cats than dogs because cats are selective and all that sort of stuff. And it sounded like she was dissing dogs, but she wasn't. She was dissing the men because dogs will wag their tail at you if you kick them yesterday. please don't kick your dog. But do you know what I mean? Like, they will forgive you really easily. So, I don't mind Siamese cats. That's it. I'm sorry. And I kind of like the hairless ones too. Yeah, I'm a dog I don't know whether you knew this about me or not, and it's going to be a bit of a revelation to everybody. I'm a dog person. Yeah, I know. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
So that's just a starter in how you can kind of take a hundreds list and start moving. Hopefully that helps. Low hanging fruit, guys. Low hanging fruit. Start with that. All right. Well, without further ado, the way we wrap this up by 6. Oh yeah, go.
So I know we have Bethany's just going to take a minute or two, but I wanted to say too, the hundreds list can also be people that intrigue you, people that you want to do life with, and that was a big part of why you started Well, I mean, we were friends, right? But I don't know. It just we had mutual interest. There was things going on, and I guess Harold just wanted to do life with Donnie. Little did I know I wanted to do life with Harold. So that's another. Just keep that. It doesn't just have to be people who need to get healthy. If they intrigue you, if you want to do life with them, if you'd like to spend more time with them, is one of the things that.
Would you like us to leave the room? Do you want to have a private Zoom? Because yeah. Do you want to do life with them? I don't have to hang around with my co-workers outside of school. I used to. I think I'm just a bit different in how I socialize at all at the moment. Like, I don't hang out with anyone. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't like the sound of it. We're gonna do life together. We're not in prison now, are we? Kind of similar, I suppose.
It is one of the first things. As Harold said to me, he's like, man, I need to free a whole bunch of you SOBs so I can start hanging out with people. Because he had, he was able to create this life of freedom. See the disclaimer or whatever.
Income disclosure. It's okay, Johnny. I already fucking showed it. And it proves that what you're saying is not correct. 4% of people make this money, enough money to live and have freedom. Yeah?
Where most of the people he knew were working 9 to 5. He had nobody to hang out with.
That's curious. Isn't that why you bring your husband home? Because you want to hang out with him all the time? Like, oh, I brought my husband home from a 9 to 5. Now we spend every day together. Brenda, that might not be healthy. It might be good for you to have some time away from each other, okay? But it's even weirder to hear it from this point of view.
So anyway, I just wanted to say that. And then wanted to ask you real quick before I kind of intro Bethany, just for let her speak like the 2 minutes on what I noticed was working well for her. You want to touch on anything about the whole
Stella?
The email that came out with Nick Johnson.
Yeah, I'll hit on that. So I believe in, it's a pilot program. So those of you who don't, put it in the comment section if you know what I'm talking about. I don't even have it in front of me. Is it telemed or whatever? What's the drug that they use for helping people, LifeMed? All right, thank you. I'm not even up to date on it. And I'm in a chat with the president of the company and they're discussing it and they're bombing it away.
So you're in a chat with the president of the company and you don't know what they're saying? Why bother being in the chat? Like, weird. But I am interested to see what they say because, like I said, Dr. A said at convention, we will never need drugs to use, like, for weight loss. And Michelle Bumba chimed in. And then Allison said that the link to the telehealth thing wasn't working. So let's see what he says. Now, Hannah Alonso has just put out a video about it. But I'm not sure when she filmed it because I know, with the baby and stuff. Because we put it on, gosh, it wasn't last roast. I think it was a roast before that. Yeah, so about a month ago, Clantown and I, we were looking at it.
The reason they didn't announce it, I'll say this, is because it was a pilot. It's still a pilot program. We're still testing it. And they didn't want to overwhelm you guys with more stuff going into convention. They were going to announce it after convention. Like anything, it leaks to one, it gets out there. So then it's like, it's not a secret anymore. We're not testing it.
Yeah, I wonder who leaked it because, the way I found out about it was through Allison, and she had it linked from somebody from Optavia, So that someone was putting it out. Do you know what I mean?
It's an opportunity though. it's an opportunity. We would have never had access to those clientele, because what they found was people who were taking those medications and was directed by their doctors to take that, like whatever they had going on. Because some people, maybe some of you that's on here, maybe you overcame it through Optavia, but some people can't overcome it and they actually need that medication. The problem is just taking that medication singularly and one-dimensionally and not incorporating habits of health. The failure rate is high.
Is it?
So
is it? How do you know that? How? What's your source on that one, Harold? Because you didn't even know the name of the fucking product. So how would you have Googled this?
They wanted to say, hey, let's partner with Optavia. You guys got a phenomenal healthy habit system. You got phenomenal nutritional fuelings that can support that lifestyle.
I very much doubt that they came to you. I'm pretty sure you would have come to them, because you would have had little busybodies thinking, how can we cash in on this fucking Ozempic stuff, right? How can we do it? Oh, maybe we can partner with a company to offer it. And then they've got 2 different ways to kickstart that weight loss. You know? However, the Ozempic, effective. 5-in-1, not effective. Okay? Because the Ozempic has research, studies, etc. But they're probably going to reject it. That's what I'm gathering from this.
We will help with the mind of suppressing that with down.
No, you won't. You can't help with the mind. How the fuck? What are you fucking talking about? You're not psychologists?
Appetite a little bit. You guys help with the coaching and instilling healthy living and nutritious fuelings. We would have never had access to that clientele, because this clientele was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that food. I don't want to do that. But they get a little win over here with this, and the doctor says you need this too. All of a sudden, doctors are edifying us.
First of all, they wouldn't, because they actually know the definition of edifying. And next of all, they could still exist without co-signing in your shit thing. Like that's a medical professional. A medical professional is not going to be saying, oh yeah, we love Optavia, it's great, it's so good for you. Because it's not. It's categorically not enough food for a human. 800 calories a day is how much a toddler eats. My God.
So you guys see how that works? It's an opportunity. So anyone who's got scared by it or because I've heard some nasty stuff in other chats of people just going off. It's just low emotional intelligence and
one thing I do like that he isn't poo-pooing it completely. That's good. But the reason he's not doing the poo-pooing is because he wants it to be successful, because he knows it can be good for his business. That's it. He doesn't really, care about fat people getting skinny. Sort of. Like he thinks everybody should be skinny. But, yeah, this is just another thing. And that's why, like, someone like, but it's just such a mixed message to hear Dr. A saying we will never need a, injection like this. Hang on. Michelle Bumber, good for her. She put the post up. So Dr. A said no drug will ever provide what we can provide. Yeah, you're correct. A drug is way better, especially that drug for your weight loss anyway,
And it's kind of sad when I saw it. I don't judge them, because I think when you judge people who's acting out of unconsciousness is the purest form of judgment. So I've learned not to judge them, but just to know that they're just uninformed. So if that was you.
I don't think Harold knows the definition of words, because he uses a lot of them incorrectly.
Grace, I'm not going to judge you.
Oh,
you were acting unconsciously. That would be the purest form of judgment, would be to judge you. But now you're more informed, and hopefully you guys can see that's a great opportunity to touch some lives and help them that we would have never potentially had an opportunity. I know some of you who dug a little deeper, and you see just a few coaches' names on there, because we're only in like 5 or 6 states right now. It's a pilot testing. 7 years ago, me and Sam were part of a pilot testing like that. We're not part of this one, but we were part of a pilot testing where it was only 12 of us, and they were trying a new marketing campaign. So at the time, we were the only coaches getting the leads, because it was a pilot testing, and we wanted to see if the leads were good, if they were qualified, if they were turned into anything. Turned out being crap. That's why they do pilots, to test it before they just launch it out there. Does this make sense? So no one knew 7 years ago that we were part of a pilot of a new marketing thing where only 12 of us were getting clientele, because it flopped. We were getting the worst leads in the world. Me and Sam would do like 25 health assessments. The people wouldn't show up. They were jerks. They weren't in it. It was horrible. So we don't want to waste everybody's talent. So that's the point of a pilot. So anyway, all right, I'll shut up.
Thank you. Yeah, so I wanted to add to this because I think this will help people that maybe are just hearing about this for the first time. Is my reaction to learning about this like a month ago, because I actually kind of forgot about it until like Friday when that email came out. But my reaction at first was a little bit of judgment. I'm not going to lie. So I have to give myself grace, because I'm like, man, what the heck are we doing? Like, why are we getting involved with this? And me and a lot of other Optavia coaches have posted kind of against it, but then,
Yeah, you sure have. Michelle Bomba has entered the building. Yeah, you sure did. So it does make you look hypocritical when you do that. And I think that's probably why everybody was a bit like, oh, why are we doing this? Interesting to hear about it from this point of view, because it sounds like it's still on the cards, but then people at conference were like Dr. A was shitting on it. So
thank God for Optavia leadership and the personal development and growth that comes with it, and Sam and Harold's mentorship. And just I had to sit back and go, you know what? Actually, these people are going to do that anyway. This is not something that Optavia is doing. We're not the ones that are issuing those drugs and doing this and that and the other. All we're doing is saying, hey, you're choosing that route? Okay, no problem. Here's what else we're going to give you, though. So that way we can help you get off of that and build these habits that we know are going to last for the rest of your life, right? And so it absolutely opens up a whole entire clientele that we never would have ever been able to get our hands on. And this is going to be obviously major benefit for them. Huge, right? I mean, this is, literally taking them off of a diet, so to speak, and bringing them into an actual lifestyle. So I just wanted to say that.
excuse me, what's the 5 and 1? It's a diet, sir.
Because I hope that makes maybe if some of you were secretly like, oh my gosh, I did that. So I'm giving myself a little bit of grace.
Good for you.
It is what it is,
Grace.
but I think that this is a beautiful thing. I think it could turn out to be something amazing, but to Harold's point, it is.
I have to support this while the company's entertaining it, and then afterwards, if they reject it, I will go against it. But if they accept it, I will be for it.
The pilot program. So we will see what happens. Okay, so this has been an awesome call.
Has it? This has been crap. It was boring. It could have been a boring email.
Leave you guys with like maybe a 1 or 2 small little action steps. I wanted to bring Jeffany back on just to kind of almost rehash a little bit of what she already shared, but she messaged me last Friday, I think it was, and what she wanted to do. And I love what she shared earlier in this call, where she just full out decided, you know what, enough is enough. I haven't actually made the commitment. We've done the commit to fit, Sam's separate thing, and still she wasn't all in, but she made the decision to do it herself. And what she's doing is working, and it's actually creating a lot of conversations, creating a lot of action and traction. So I don't want to take anything away from her. I wanted to just take maybe, Bethany, can you take 2 minutes quickly and just tie in your decision to do that 21-day restart, so to speak, to your health, but then how you're using that literally daily with your posts. Your coaches are doing the same thing, but you're having your clients, you are leading, you're almost telling them, because you should, you're the coach, right? We're the coaches, we know what we're talking about, but you're having them make accountability posts, which are not only helping them with their health, but also leading to more conversations. So can you take 2 minutes real quick and just give us some practicalities here of what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah, I am I needed to put myself out there and do the accountability posts myself. And then it felt more comfortable, obviously, when I'm highly suggesting that everyone that wants to be involved does it the same. I kind of set up as a requirement, but obviously we're not going to get everyone to feel comfortable on Facebook. But of course, I'm talking about all the benefits that come with a public accountability. Bottom line, it's the strongest type. And if I can get you out of your comfort zone, that means it's probably a good thing. So really, I'm just setting.
Once again, I know you've heard this before, people, but who knows? Who's new to the channel? You can learn in comfort. You don't have to be uncomfortable to learn. Okay, thanks.
It up to say, okay, well, when you start this thing, let's just put it out there that you're starting this thing and you want to gain more energy, or you want to lose this amount of weight, or whatever it might be, and you got to tag me. And I'm going to be tagging you in a few of my posts. And my goal is to, when this progresses, every week, get them to then share what their week was like on Facebook and share it publicly. And I've been doing that with clients, but I kind of got off track a little bit doing that with clients, not being as assertive and showing them how big of a piece that is for them. I kept getting like in my own way, like, oh, nobody wants to post on Facebook. It's uncomfortable.
True.
But
True, but how much new traffic are you getting from these posts? Is it just the same, or is it just so that the coaches can keep it? Because then when her upline comes to her and says, "What are you doing? Why don't you have a new recruit?" Well, have you done this? Yeah, I've done that. Like, is it a checklist that they're just checking off so then they don't get in trouble from their coach?
it is going to help most people by putting it out there. And so I keep talking about that in my posts.
Yeah. Income disclosure statement. I feel like that's coming soon. But that is relevant right now because how successful is that? Jethany. God damn it, that's a terrible name. I'm sorry.
Sharing my, successes or struggles too. Like day 3, day 4, everybody knows is hunger craving crazy. And so I'm sharing the stuff that's not easy and the hard stuff. And I'm finding that's so much more relatable. And we need to share more of that too. So I'm going to start encouraging that.
As if no one's thought of that before. Of course, people would have thought of it.
Them to also share not everything that's winning, but what did you stumble across or what was challenging? So just trying to keep them more in the loop publicly for themselves. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, no, that's perfect. So basically, it's almost equivalent to the Way Day posts that we, started talking about a long, long time ago. Guys, this stuff works. So I wanted to speak to the rest of the crowd here. I hope you guys heard what she said in the beginning of the call, but then what she just shared just now. Guys, accountability posts for your clients, they're going to go a long, long way. Last 4 clients that I've brought on, I have had 3 out of those 4 make an accountability post. Okay, now we can call it a Way Day post if you want to, since we're all coaches here. I'm not going to tell that to my client. I am literally posturing it as on week 2, and you're 2 weeks in, we are going to make a public announcement of where you're at with your health. This is going to make a massive difference in your accountability. Watch what happens to your mind, yada, yada, yada. This is on a phone call, by the way, right? This is like on my first week, my 8-day check-in. I'm telling them, this is what we're doing next week, right? And it makes a huge difference. It's no coincidence that 2 out of those 4 became coaches last month, and one of them will become a coach here very, very soon. So guys, to Jethany's point, and just everything we're speaking to, Harold's point with the hundreds list, everything we're talking about, the fundamentals work if you actually work them. Stop overthinking everything. Stop letting fear get in the way. Layer in coaching every way through the whole, from the health assessment to the kickoff call. Have those accountability posts to go out in week 2 and just keep going. Just do it. Fundamentals work, guys. They work. Just like the program works for clients. Fundamentals and the basics that we teach and that have been taught that I've learned over the last 5 years, they work just as well today as they did 5 years ago. The same way the 5-in-1 program works for our clients.
Yeah, of course it does, because it's calorie deficit. But to say that it's like this, it's like it was 5 years ago. Ooh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Because of me. Not me. Because of a number of factors. Things like Lila Rich, TV shows, things like that. Yes, the anti-MLM movement has had a big thing to do with it, as well as just, internet culture in general, like Reddit, like the anti-MLM, the huns, all that sort of stuff. It's not like it was 5 years ago because we're here. Okay? That's another friggin' Dr. Seuss reference. We're here. We're here. We're here. Yup. If you get that, you get it.
And they actually follow it. They get into amazing fat burn. The weight comes flying off. They're bouncing off the damn walls. I can't get them to stop calling and texting me about how great they feel. Guys, it's the same thing. Fundamentals and basics work. I just wanted to leave you guys with that. I'm not sure if Harold wants to say anything. But thank you, Jethany.
It's great. We're going to end now, but I want to say, will you guys put the verbiage of how you approach your clients? You kind of sped through. Will you post that on both pages? One of you, I don't care.
Yeah, Jethany's got a great, she sent it to me. Yes. The answer is yes, we will.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And then you guys use it if you want. So great call. All right, guys. Commit to fit. If you haven't yet, that's the key. That's the first key. All right. You guys have a blessed evening. Thanks everybody who contributed. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Storms.
Optavia is so problematic for so many reasons, but the people at the top are just lunkheads. They're total meatheads, you know? And it almost feels like they're bullies. It's like these bunch of macho men who put their wives, all of them work with their wives, you know, Doug, Kevin, Harold, you know, their wives are their partners in business as well as in life. And they sort of present this big macho man. Yeah, and it's just bullshit. Like, they're just hanging on by a thread to the whole thing. Everything is about recruiting. Everything is about the transactional nature of relationships. Everything is about keeping them rich. Why wouldn't you have saved some money on all this? You know, it could go in an instant and you want to put all your money in one basket or your life in one basket. I think, though, someone like Doug, he's pretty ruthless. I think he would have a backup plan in there. Don't know about Kevin or Harold. I honestly don't think they're smart enough to... And I'm not saying Doug's smart. He's not. But he's slightly smarter than those other two. His cunning will make up for his lack of smarts. But, yeah. I'm glad that they were talking about the injection because I had wondered about it as well. Good video just to give us a mini update. Because I'm going to assume that they were going to introduce that at the conference. But they didn't end up doing it. So why? I think backlash, but, you know, that's just my opinion. Right. I'm going to see you on the flippity flop side, on the other side of today. Sorry, another long one. It is what it is. We're here, commentary. But also, remember, convention wasn't that great. That wasn't that good. You're just hungry and tired. Please get some sleep. Eat some real food, not some fuelings. Have a nice big sandwich, like chicken, cheese, tomato, salt and pepper. Put it in the sausage press, sandwich press. Oh, yummer. There you go. Have a good one, everybody. And I will see you next time. Please like and subscribe. Oh, yeah. Please like and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Don't forget, we're roasting on Sunday. We're doing a bit of a convention wrap-up. Woo! All right. Goodbye.